This is the Georgia Phantom podcast called Behind the Mask. And of course, I'm Georgia Phantom. For a few days now, I've been contemplating whether or not to actually do this podcast for the fact that I'm probably one of the biggest introverts out there. But I feel like the reason for this podcast, the meaning behind it, will be to help share those stories of you guys. You wrote in over at our email story at georgiaphantom.com. My team and I have read through those. We're going to be going over a few today. But the reason for this podcast is to get to know who I am and for you guys. When I first started this project, it was literally just a way for me to get out there and do something that I felt like I needed to change myself, but also serve a purpose. I was going through a lot of things in my life. I wrote those last year, and I started releasing back-to-back songs and decided to actually just put them out there. And here we are, behind the mask. Many of you probably are aware that yes, I was in the military. I served Iraq. I came home. And there was a lot of experiences that I went through. Internal demons. The feeling of whether or not I was worthy, selfless. And I didn't feel like I actually even mattered. A lot of finding myself it took through these years. And I still continue to battle with some of those at times. It's not always easy. And I hope that the music helps you guys as much as it helps me when I do write and I actually release it. We're going to get into some stories, and I'm going to try to respond. But after going through these beforehand, they're definitely, touching, sad, trauma, but a lot of bounce backs. A lot of you guys that I read these stories, you're bouncing back. You're making a difference when you could have gave up. Too many people choose to give up. A lot of veterans, 22, 23, whatever the numbers are, it's just too much. One is way too many. My purpose is to help each and every one of you, to try to keep that from happening, to let you know you do matter. We as individuals are going through things here lately in society, and I'm never going to get into politics. That's not what music's about, and it shouldn't be about. Too much fighting, too much inner demons are being spread amongst everyone and each other. We're hating our buddy down the street, we're hating the neighbor, and it shouldn't be that way. The meaning of music is truly magic. It's about the closest thing you're ever going to get other than God if you have faith. And faith itself is a form of something stronger than anyone can imagine. So here's a couple stories I want to read to you. And yes, I'm going to read directly from my computer here. And I'm going to try to respond to those, okay? So the first one is, somebody had said, I just heard your song for this first time today. And wow, incredible. I had to look you up, and found your story request. I was 14 months old when my dad shot and killed my mom in the parking lot where she worked. The courts awarded custody of me to my maternal grandmother and my step-grandfather. He was a pedophile who had already molested so many girls in the family, but he also worked for the county, and I'm sure his connections helped my mother get custody. She never wanted my brothers and me. She just liked that SSI death benefit check every month. The social abuse started immediately. I lived my entire childhood being emotionally, sexually, and physically abused. In my teens, I ran away more than once, only for the police and CPS to put me right back into that home, even though I told them what was happening. At 17, I left for good, nowhere to go, and lived for the next 20 years in and out of violently abusive relationships, homelessness, drug addiction, rapes. At 37, I got pregnant with my son. It saved my life. In the months leading up to finding out I was pregnant, I was very suicidal. That changed the day I got pregnant. I had meth in my pocket that day. I flushed it and never looked back. My son is 20 now, and every minute of my life has been devoted to being a chain breaker. He's just started college. I have a job that I make over 6 figures on a GED, and I'm paying his way through college. I bought my first house. I'm built from broken, and I'm proud of it. I started writing a book about my life to tell others you can get out of it. Thank you for the song. Great song. I want to say thank you for sharing that story. What you survived and what you built it from is incredibly powerful. You are living proof that it means, of what it means basically, to be built from broken, and I'm honored that the song has helped you, connected to you, and the strength that you provide for your son and the life you created and are inspiring. Here's another story. And I'm having issues talking out of this mask and breathing, so I just want to let you guys know when I'm trying to read these, I'm having a little bit of issue because this is not the easiest to do, handle with the mask, but also emotionally. So, I'm not too good with my words or spelling, but here's a part of my story. Growing up, seeing things and hearing things kids my age shouldn't have seen or hear, and having a speech impediment and being a bit overweight wasn't any better. I've been bullied my whole life, even in my adult life. Most friendships I had basically where it's only convenient for them. Every relationship I've been in, I was abused mentally and physically. I thought I met the one. I even got engaged to, moved out of state for, then he turned out like the rest, so we broke up, and I moved in with who I thought was a family friend, until one night I woke up with him on top of me saying I was asking for it, and nobody will believe me, so I moved back home and checked myself into a mental hospital and was diagnosed with manic depression. Once I got out, I met my best friend who moved in and helped me out and kept me out of that old life. Then as soon as they got into a relationship and moved out and don't really talk like they used to, that's when I fully went into shutdown mode because I truly felt so alone. On October 24th, 2025, I decided to make that my last day. So I put on my headphones and put my music on shuffle and find a place to end it. Then when the first song that came on was Built from Broken, I never heard of it or your music, and I listened to the whole thing. Then after that song ended, your other song, Stay, came on, and I dropped to my knees and cried because what are the odds the first time hearing the music and those two songs, that's when I knew I am not alone. There's others out there too. So your music really saved my life, so thank you. I truly am grateful. I want to say thank you for trusting my music, that it would help you that much in such a dark place and dark moment that you were almost about to end it. And that's why I say music is the true magic life form other than our own faith. And sometimes when we don't have any faith left, we resort to music. And this project has gotten a lot of attention, more than I ever thought. And it wasn't even that purpose. It wasn't even made to. I didn't even expect this. Is all I can say. You know, all the people that I see in the comments, and I do read every single one of them. I have a social media manager. He goes down. He tries to answer every single comment, or I do. When it's me, I put the end of GP, or at the end I put GP to let you know that it was actually me. We like, comment, reply back, whatever we can do to let you know that you do matter. The emails that come in, the Instagram, the TikTok, everywhere, Facebook, we always try to respond. And I just want to say that I'm glad that the music has stopped you from doing the inevitable that almost most cannot stop themselves from doing. And when you find that you're stopping, I appreciate that because the world does need you. All right, here's another song. I don't even really know where to start, but I felt pulled to write this. Built from Broken found me in one of the hardest seasons of my life. The kind where you're not just tired, you're so tired. The kind where you keep showing up because you love someone more than yourself, even when everything in you feels cracked. My husband and I have been through more than I ever imagined a family could carry. Our daughter Sophie has medical and neurological issues or challenges, and our lives evolve around therapies, seizures, appointments, fear, hope, heartbreak, and the kind of strength you don't choose. It's forced on you. There were moments we thought we might lose her, moments we've lost pieces of ourselves, moments where faith felt fragile. Your song doesn't sugarcoat pain, and that's why it mattered. It doesn't say everything will be okay. It says you're still standing, even if you're built from what broke you. And that line felt like it was written straight out of our lives. We were still in it, still fighting, still loving fiercely, still learning how to rebuild joy in a life that looks nothing like what we planned. But somehow, we're standing, scarred, reshaped, and stronger in ways we've never asked for. When I heard you started a podcast and invited people to share their stories, I felt the nudge. The one that says maybe our story could help someone else feel less alone. If you ever feel like our journey would fit what you're creating, I would be honored to share it. Thank you for creating something honest. Thank you for not looking away from broken places. Sorry, I cannot see sometimes out of this mask either. Your music mattered to us more than you'll probably ever know. With gratitude, Sophie's mom. To Sophie's mom, thank you for sharing your story and your heart with me. What you and your family carry, especially the love and strength for you to show up for Sophie each and every day and to never give up, that's truly a powerful thing. And I'm, again, truly honored that Built from Broken could help you and does continue to help you and your family and also Sophie. That journey is definitely an important one. And whatever you guys need, the community here will always be thinking of you and pushing you along the way. The reason for Built from Broken was we're all somewhat built from broken. A lot of us are still broken, but we're pushing through. I can only say that one day at a time, as they say, wake up and make that day matter. Do whatever you can to stay positive. Don't always reflect on the negativity of things. Stay as positive as you can. And yes, my songs, they don't sugarcoat things, and I never will. I will tell you to always move forward, as they tell us in the Army. Always assaulting forward. You're never quitting. You don't look back, you move forward, and that's the only thing that we can do. If you like this episode, make sure you like it, share it with anyone that you can. Each episode is going to reflect on stories based off the song names of why I created those songs, getting you guys to be a little closer to each and every song, because I feel like how you interpret a song will always matter to you, and I want you guys to share that with us. So remember that the email that you can share your story to is story at georgiaphantom.com. My team reviews those. We go over which ones that need to be talked about, and we will try to get to each and every one and eventually discuss it. I don't want you guys to think that you're any less if we happen not to pick it. It's not that, alright? This project, this music, this became a business where it's literally more than a 9 to 5. I spend hours, nights, sometimes I'm up at 3 or 4 in the morning trying to figure out what content to put out. If it's not about singing, it's about something, a message that I put out to you guys. That's it. I never give up trying to put messages out there just for you guys to stay with us. So on the next episode, Behind the Mask, will probably be around February. I can't do these every week. I'm sorry. I would like to. Maybe one day I can. I've got stuff going on myself with my mother, family, and just like all of us, there's something that always pops up in our lives that we need to attend to. But I just wanted to get this first episode out there for you guys, alright? So again, thank you. You matter. Stay. And we're all built from broken.